Welcome back, lattes and cappuccinos, to Coffee Table Zeros Plays Final Fantasy IX.
Welcome to the 12th hour. Hey,
I would have figured at the end of the 11th hour we would have got it.
No, we're in for 9 more.
Oh, don't fucking say that, no, buddy. I can't do 9 more of these.
Well, dude.
I'm gonna play this.
We're committed.
After this.
No, we're committed. No, you're not.
Yeah, fuck you. I won't.
You should have said that by the 10th episode.
But I did. I told you last night.
Oh.
And you're like, bah. And I'm like, I really think we should just like knock it out so we can, move on with this game. Kuj is waiting for us. He's like, where the fuck are
we're
those
at
guys?
least committed. We're at least committed, right?
Like, committed because we're insane?
It's like those people that that grind out until level 99 in the first dungeon.
That's not what we're doing. We're trying to get a fucking achievement here.
No, but it's the same thing.
That's not the same thing.
Yeah, it is.
We're not in the first dungeon.
We're kind of in the first dungeon.
It's pretty close.
I mean, we're not really, but like we're kind of like in the 5th dungeon or something like that. I wouldn't even call this a dungeon. I forget how small these like places are.
Yeah, it's only like 4 screens.
But then again, we're going at like 4 times speed, like,
and literally obliterating everything. Alright, I'm going to spend this next hour trying to convince you that if we don't get it within this hour...
Nope, it's not going to... Nope, we're in.
Then I'm going to play.
We're in.
When you're at trivia
no,
tonight.
No, you're not.
And
no,
just grind.
No, you won't.
For hours.
No, you won't. You have better things to do.
And I do. You know what? You're so right, Miguel. I do.
You wouldn't do that. I have to earn this.
Look me in the eye.
All right, then let's not go for the platinum anymore then. If that's what it's about.
We've been here for 11 hours.
And having great time.
11
A grand
hours.
old time with you. You're the only one who hates it.
I just want to move on. I want to see the end of this fucking game.
Well, hold on. We only need 9 more episodes of this. 1/10 of this series is nothing but us grinding.
Exactly.
That's cool. How many other Let's Plays do that? How many?
Not a lot.
Yeah. See?
You know why?
You know why? Your eyeball was about to like spit blood.
I don't know, man.
Well, here, let's do the math, right? So here's 3, right?
Uh-huh.
We spend less than 10 seconds, right? It takes less than 10 seconds for 4. Let's just say 10 seconds, right? Let's do the math. It takes us 10 seconds to go through 4 enemies, right?
But it's
from
not
the
a
start of this
guarantee.
battle.
Sometimes we only get 1.
Oh, no, I agree.
4 is the top. One's the
Okay,
bottom.
fine. How long did it take to get to that enemy? The one enemy, look. Takes us 5 seconds from beginning to like there, right?
Let's see. I feel like we've also tried to math this out before.
Well, it also takes time to run, right?
All right.
It takes us
so we're
less.
at 46.
Okay.
Right. So by the time we load in, because we've already skipped the animations, because we already reduced the time on that.
Yeah.
To the time we're back on the map.
Okay. How about this? It takes 10 seconds to run back and forth to get into a battle, right? It takes 10 seconds to get back and forth, right? Let's just say
that battle took us 15 seconds.
So, let's just say 30 seconds. It takes us 30 seconds to get through one enemy and to encounter it. To encounter the enemy, right? 30 seconds.
I honestly don't think the amount of enemies changes the seconds that drastically. Let's just say 30 seconds for by the time we get out of one battle, enter the battle, defeat the enemies, credit. So let's see. So right now, 40. We're at 40. Let's go fight an enemy. It doesn't even matter how many enemies there are. There's 1. By the time we're back on screen, 13 seconds.
Okay, 13 seconds.
13
right?
seconds.
Even if we're fighting enemies one at a time at 13
47.
seconds, right? How many
With 3 enemies. Again, the auto attack doesn't really make too big of a difference. 15 seconds.
Okay. So let's just say, right? 15 seconds.
Let's say we average 2 enemies. Because sometimes we get 2, sometimes we get 3, sometimes we get 4. Let's just say on average, we get 2 enemies.
How many enemies are we supposed to kill? 1,000?
10,000.
10,000.
No, I'm sorry, 100,000.
100,000. So 100,000 times 13 is 13... 1 million.
Hold on, I got a calculator.
Okay, thank you.
So
13 times 100,000.
That's 1,300,000.
So that's
divided by
60.
60. That's 21,666 minutes.
All right, divided by 60.
Divided by 60 again.
361 hours? Right?
Apparently so.
Divided by 24?
I don't think that's how that works.
No, but it's because it's 15 days. That can't be right.
I mean,
We'd be here forever.
I mean, it is 100,000 enemies. Uh-huh.
No.
I mean,
and we're going crazy speed.
yeah. Yeah.
Okay, hold on. We haven't been fighting this entire time. We're 91 hours. You're telling me we have to get up to fucking
361 apparently.
361 hours.
That's if we fought 2 enemies every 13 seconds. Do me a favor.
Yeah.
Go onto your iPad and go to psnprofiles.com for me.
Okay.
Or just type in Final Fantasy IX PSN profiles.
Alright, let's see. I'm looking for FF9 PSN profiles.
Yep. And hit X for me.
Okay.
Go to the trophy guide.
Got it. Oh, let's see the Bloodlust.
Yep.
Oh, it's only 10,000.
Read it again.
Bloodlust. It's only 10,000. Not 100,000.
Okay.
Let's do the math again.
So 13
I was about to puke.
times 10,000 equals divided by 60 divided by 60. 36 hours.
That's not too bad.
36 hours?
But that's if we were... Okay. That's not too bad.
36 hours isn't too bad?
No, I think we knocked out at least maybe...
We're not even a third of the way through then, buddy.
No, we're not.
I know, that's what I just said.
No. We're way more ahead of that. We're almost at the finish line. You know how I know? You know how I know?
How do you know, buddy?
Because we've been playing the game also.
Okay, yeah, but how much of this time has been Tetramaster? How much of this time has been... Yeah, uh-huh. I don't even have to say the rest of what I was going to say because, yeah.
So what, 10 hours you think? So you think we've only spent like 10 hours fighting?
I just wish I knew if we were close.
Yeah.
Like, what does it say? Is there anything in there that says like where we can go? I know there's the rubber band.
Expect at least 15 hours of grinding. That's all it says.
15 hours.
We're almost there. All right, fine. If we don't make it to the 15th hour, then we stop. Is that fair? Is that okay with you?
Okay.
Is that good?
All right.
All right, 15. We call that at
So
15.
15 is the top.
Yep, that's it. After that, we do it off screen. Is that good for you? Was that good for you as it was for me?
Oh my god.
Yeah. Look, we got a 4 in a row this time. It went by quicker. I think we're okay. I think if it just takes 36
because
hours...
we're already this far in.
Yeah. Yeah.
I trust the guide more than our math, to be fair. But like...
36 hours of, hey, if the game just booted this up and we had to go back and forth with this, that'd be 36 episodes.
Uh-huh. Do you see the problem with that?
And I fully embrace it.
Fully.
Fully.
Yeah.
Yeah. Because then I get to talk to you more.
Kill skeleton.
I'm hungry.
Have you ever yeah, I know, right? Me too.
I'm hungry.
Have you ever grinded? Like, what's the most you've put in for grinding in a game?
This.
This? Yeah.
I don't think I've ever grinded
This much.
this much. Well, okay, what would you consider grinding? Like for EXP, or have I spent like,
Well, EXP / a trophy.
how long have I spent in one area trying to get through? Because like I spent all night on one level on Catherine. It was
But that's not
sundown to sunrise that I spent one level on Catherine.
I wouldn't say that's grinding.
Until I went to bed, and I didn't even get through it. I went to bed, and I was like, nah, I'm done.
I wouldn't say that's grinding. That's you trying to beat it. Like, this isn't us trying to do anything. We're just trying to get that number up. And, like, we don't even care about the XP. Dump the XP
I
for all
might have, but I don't know what.
Like, for like P4, my initial run of P4G, I got all my guys up to 99.
Right.
For P5R.
But I'm pretty sure that didn't take you a long time.
Not too terribly long, but my final time in that was
140?
Yeah, 141 hours, I think it was. But like for P5R, I'm at 176 hours now, and
170? My God.
Yeah. Okay, but I'm also going for the platinum. Like I also like my final time for P4G to get the platinum was 186. Like, again, it's an undertaking.
Man, I wish I could put in shifts into freaking video games like I used to.
God, me too, man. Me too. I play for a couple of hours and I just go...
Except now you only have in your life left for one more RPG and you're done.
Oh, no. Well, fuck, dude. P5R is taking me all year. I started in fucking April.
Oh, that's crazy.
And then, haha, finish it by the end of the year. Tee-hee-hee. It's fucking...
You still got time. You've got a month. You can finish it.
It's December 6th.
Why'd you have to say it like that?
Like, fuck, man.
No, I agree.
At where I'm at right now...
I think we've already bitched about Persona 5 on this podcast. Let's bitch about something else.
I'm talking about grinding.
Yeah.
Alright, fine. Fuck what I want to say. What do you want to say?
I want to say, what's the worst game you've ever, like, you've spent too much time and it wasn't worth it?
Duke Nukem Forever.
Ooh, really?
Yeah. Yeah. And, like, that's probably, like, hands down. Like, again, back in my trophy whoring days, like, I got the Hannah Montana one. That one only took me 4 hours.
Yeah.
Like, Duke Nukem Forever was...
Wow. Okay, so you were just playing it for trophy hoarding.
Yeah. Yeah, that was pretty much it. But, you know, in a game... Like, just, you can tell, like, oh, this isn't...
Finished.
This is not finished.
Uh-huh.
Like, or the trophy list is bad. Like, Duke Nukem was all easy except for one where you had to finish it on the hardest difficulty.
Okay.
And there were just times where on the hardest difficulty, that game was just broken. It was not balanced. Like, you had to get lucky.
Oh, okay.
Like with spawns
yeah,
and
yeah,
shit.
yeah.
Like, unfortunately, Oddworld Stranger's Paradise was kind of like that. I played that on Vita, and I loved that game. But there were a couple of things that were, like, kind of buggy. And, like, I think that's the worst. Whenever there's a, hey, this is tied to a trophy, and it's not...
It's broken.
Yeah, and it's broken. Well, look at for Harry Potter. Look at the, hey, yeah, we could have got locked out of that class, apparently.
Oh, yeah. I'm glad we read up on that. Yeah, that was crazy.
But, like, we wouldn't have known.
No, we wouldn't have known.
We would have just kept going.
We would have just gone forward. Yeah, I would have not come back.
And, like, again, that doesn't get a pass because it's an old game, but it is an older game, and, you know, sometimes that was a little bit more common. It's not like nowadays where things can get patched. But I just don't understand. Okay. You know how when I was playing Sniper Elite, like, I can have the trophies pinned to the side?
Oh, yeah.
And it'll show, like, my percentage on, like, hey, what's my distance on fucking headshots, right? Like, am I at the 100? Sure. Am I at the 100,000? That's probably where I was getting the 100,000 distance. Anyway, like, Xbox has been able to track that percentage since the 360 days. We're just now getting that on PS5 games. Why did that take so long? I just want to know the percentage. How fucking many enemies are there that we still need to murder?
Program, maybe? I don't know if they... Well, maybe they rebuilt this game without that in mind.
But it's on the Xbox version.
It keeps track?
Yeah.
Of how many enemies?
Yeah. The achievement itself does.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh. Oh. Cool. Alright, fine. Point 1 for you, Xbox.
Bing. Xbox.
I should put more mileage on my Xbox. I feel like the games that I've put in a lot of time in that weren't worth it are the games I still want to go back and try.
Like what?
One that came to mind just right now. There was a... Do you know the Chocobo Party game that came out?
Yeah.
Alright, so that originally came out on DS.
On DS?
Mm-hmm. And you know how responsive the DS microphone is?
Not very.
Nope, not at all. So there was a game on there that, like, I spent... I very, like, much remember what the fuck and how much time I spent on that. Because you had to blow to keep a feather up, right?
Oh, one of those kinds of things.
Yep.
Yeah.
And that game was really cool where it was like, hey, here's the easy difficulty, which is normal. Here's the hard, which is hard. And here's the hard, which is near impossible.
Right.
Right? And if you, depending what difficulty you did it in, you got, like, more progressive points that you could spend to open up other games or whatever the fuck, right? But I remember, like, spending way too much time on that blowing one because I was like, I could get it. I could get it, right? But it was definitely just luck. I'm pretty sure it was just luck.
That's how I felt about the Birth by Sleep games. Like the mini games in Birth by Sleep. There's a fucking ice cream cone one for fucking Chippendale or the Huey, Dewey, and Louie or whatever the fuck that I was so confident. I'm like, I'm going to do this. This is going to be easy. I can do this. And I just never fucking could.
You just try to get in the zone, but there is no zone to get into because it was just jank.
Like, that's kind of the hard thing when it comes down to, like, and that wasn't even for a trophy, but, like, for the kind of person I am of, like, yo, hey, I want to complete this game. Thank
you for giving me the list of being able to complete this game.
Yeah. You know, the trophies and all that gives me a perfect checklist that's out of my control. That's like, yo, hey, let's see what I can do. But if it's busted, I just don't...
No, I agree. It is definitely one of those things where it's like, I'm committed, but man, I'm not happy that I got it.
Yeah, like, did this need to have a kill 10,000 enemies? Who would actually be able to get that in a single playthrough without knowing?
Again, not unless the bar goes up with New Game Plus.
It apparently does not. Every guide I've read says it doesn't.
It's crazy.
Remember, there is no New Game Plus on this either.
Right.
Which is probably why it doesn't.
Wah, wah, wah.
Ba 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 ba. Keep going.
Okay.
I'll be right back.
Oh, okay, bye.
Ugh. What other games have you spent way too long on?
I think a lot of DS games I've spent way too long on, trying to think I could perfect them. I think I tried to get my fill on like tactics games back in the day. But there was a lot of tactics games that I was like, yeah, I could put a lot of time into this, and then just be like, but it's not tactics. Like, I just try to fill the void with something, and it's just not it. Rogue Legacy was like that, definitely. I kept on getting like a little bit of hint of, oh, it's Dark Cloud, but all I have to do is just suffer through this. It wasn't a bad game. Not like that. That's too far of a stretch, but there was definitely like a lot of mechanics I didn't use or understand to finish the game. The frog thing, I think, was one of them. Like, or not a frog thing. It was like, hey, you could build your own industrial, like, factory for resources or whatever, and I never used that. Or like, I think I remember there was like a thing in Star Ocean Till the End of Time, where you could invent something and then put it on the market and see what people, like, if you marked it correctly or whatever, because it's all about economics, and I never used that. I want to finish that game. That game was fun, I think, from what I can remember. What else was there? What other JRPGs have I spent way too much time into? I want to say Golden Sun? Like, trying to find those little sprites that give you, like, the power. They're like, nicely hidden. Like, even in a cave where you're like, oh, okay, hey, there's nothing here. But it's like, oh, well, you should have used the push at this wall at the precise angle to unlock the dungeon. Fuck you. I could be remembering that wrong. That could also be a thing that happened.
Did you get it?
What?
Get it?
Nope.
Yeah.
Oh, I was saying, right? Like, I feel like there's mechanics in RPGs that I don't use 100%.
Like ethers?
No, mechanics.
Oh. Elaborate.
Star Ocean Till the End of Time, right? There was a mechanic where you can invent stuff depending if you had the ingredients, because you live in a medieval, like, or you're like a good amount of the plot, you're in a medieval, like, world.
Okay.
But you're from the future, right? I think one of the first things you can invent as a tutorial item is apple pie, right? You invent apple pie, and then it's like, oh, hey, how much do you want to sell this apple pie for on the market? Right? And as a kid, I'm like, all the money.
Okay.
People will be lining up in droves to buy this apple pie. But if you didn't price it correctly,
nobody's going to buy it.
yeah, you're not going to get a return.
Okay.
I think that was the mechanic in that. I don't remember. But it was definitely like, I tried really hard to understand it, and I just never did. But that might have been because I was a kid.
That's how it was with turnip sales in the first game for Animal Crossing.
Oh, you just didn't understand how to...
Well, I didn't understand that certain days... Like, I just thought it was all totally random. And some of it was, but, like...
But there is a way you can get what you want.
Well, plus, I didn't know that, yo, hey... After a week, like, you're just not going to get anything because the turnips go bad. And I never understood that because, like, apples and all that never went bad.
Oh, that's weird.
Yeah.
Okay. So you're basically chancing it.
Yeah. Well, it's the market. Buy, sell.
Weird.
Yeah. Oh, that's why people would have, like, whole rooms for turnips.
Do they go bad in those rooms?
Yeah,
Oh,
they would
do,
go. They would
okay.
go bad, but like, hey, I can have a stack of 10 of these, and I can have like 25 spots in my house, so I can buy 250 turnips. I'm gonna put a lot in, and then I'm gonna sell these for almost double the profit in a couple of days. I have to remember to log in on that day and sell, though.
Oh, that's fucked up.
Well, if you don't, then the next day they
Maybe
could...
that's Animal Crossing in a nutshell.
Yeah. You could just time travel, because that's what everybody did, because nobody understood the sanctity of the fucking game. But, that that's on how other people play.
There was also, we never got to it, but in, like, I never did the fishing in Dark Lord 2, and I, like, got far in it.
When you first did it?
Yeah, no, I never got that hard. Right?
Well, we weren't really going for trophies at that time.
Right. Rogue Legacy also has that, or not Rogue Legacy, Rogue Galaxy, or whatever it is, right?
They have fishing?
No, they have bug fighting.
Cool.
Yeah,
fucking Japan.
But, like, it's space bug fighting. So, like, you could go... So, it's basically you could go fishing at any time, but you're looking for bugs.
Yeah.
Right?
Oh, that's kind of cool.
Oh, it is super cool, but I never used it. But there's also another mechanic. So, in that game, you can't build cities or anything like that, right?
There's no diorama.
But you can build a factory. Right? You can build a factory, and in the factory, I forget what you have to put in it, but you have to put in it something, and you get resources. Like, oh, hey, because you put in this, you get 10 fire crystals or whatever. Or if you put in this, you get more medical stuff. Or if you check in every
so often.
Like, so often you get something, right? But I never used it. And you're supposed to use that to, like, get, like, some crazy shit towards the end, but I just never did.
Well, it's also knowing, like, hey, is this worth my time investment? Like, could you imagine if we started going for all of the monster badges at the very beginning of the game and started, like, we, like, leveled them up evenly without knowing, like, oh, no, this is not something you want to level up normally.
Never. Yeah. Ever, never. You'd be there for more than 900 hours.
Yeah.
Easily.
Like, sometimes there's things that are just, like, this shouldn't be this difficult, or why would you make it that way?
Like, it's not even worth being the monster sometimes. What did we choose? What did we choose as the ultimate monster? A dragon?
Yeah,
Is that what we did?
For the
dragon. We went for the dragon because it was cool.
But, like, its max damage output was abysmal.
Yeah. Like, you would always get one shot if you were above, like...
Yeah. Swap to Monica.
The third to last.
Do some magic from afar. Transform, go over, pick up the EXP.
Yummy.
Like, again, that's why I've always said, like, if we do Dark Cloud 2 for the show, like, it can't
be a platinum run.
No, like, there's no way.
I would like the challenge run.
The challenge run.
Yeah.
Which would be?
I don't know. I thought we were going to make up a challenge where it would be like, hey, you can't heal items in the, what's it called? In the dungeon.
Oh, dude. Oh, okay, just in the dungeon.
Yeah.
I'm like, wait, no, you can't. There's no way.
There's no way. Nah.
And never repair your weapon.
Never.
If it's getting low, you better sink it with something else.
Oh.
Yeah, think about that. Think of how fucked that sounds.
You'd always have a wrench. Alright, guys, welcome to the wrench-only run.
No, fuck that. But even with Dark Cloud 2, like, hey, get a photo of everything. Don't forget, some of these are missable.
I only did it once.
We only needed it once, because you only forget once.
You only forget once.
But, like, even things like that, where it's like, okay, like, could I replay the mission at least and get the photo?
That'd be cool.
Yeah, simple things like that. Or, hey, get all of at least the non-missable ones. Look at Ragtime. Look at what we're doing right here. We missed one ATE somewhere, probably. And we got to go through all of them?
It again. Yep, all of them again.
We answered one question incorrectly, and now we have to do all of the Ragtime quizzes again?
I guess that you have to fill in also for like people's pride, you know, like, hey, I did this, so I must be a good fan.
But at the same time, okay, look at the mining one that we have to do. Like, at least let us go back to the mine right now. There's no, like, why couldn't we?
Because now it's a trophy, and you should have known.
And that's fucked. Like,
and that's fucked.
Like, okay. Hail to the King, there is an actual in-game item for getting 1,000.
Right.
So, okay, I can give that one a slight pass.
Right.
But like this, like, do we get something for killing 10,000 enemies? Do we get a blood
Do we
sword?
know?
No.
No,
there's
no,
nothing.
we don't. There's nothing.
There's nothing.
It's just the street cred.
Yeah. And it's like, what the
This is for our own volition, Alex. That's all it is.
I mean, that's all trophies are at the end of the day anyway.
Yeah.
I get that, but like...
We could hack the system and just pretend we got all the trophies.
Yeah, we hold a rubber band down on X on the new Game Plus, or on the new run, and when we do the Steiner and he's got the Alexandria guards running towards him, we leave that on for 16 hours and we got it. Yeah, that's like, no, I mean, we want to earn it like legit.
But, yeah, but
because who
cares?
We do.
Yeah, but I could easily lie and say I did it this way. We have video proof that we did it this way. But that's the difference.
But like at this point in the game, like of course, like
no, but that's the only difference right now is that we're actually filming ourselves doing it. You know? This is like the actual true blue. Hey, if we wanted the street cred, there's no denying we did this.
Yeah. Yeah, that's true.
You're acting like I wouldn't, like, one of my pickup lines would be like, oh, girl, I killed 10,000 enemies and got the trophy in Final Fantasy 9. They're like, what does that mean? It's like, it doesn't matter. Just
it doesn't matter.
Just kiss me.
You should
Pretend you're impressed.
Oh, I don't like that. Pretend you're impressed. Like, there's something... Man, God damn it, women. And dudes.
And dudes.
Fuck everybody.
Yeah.
Why can't people just be like, wow, dude, hey, like, okay. I don't quite understand it, but hey, that sounds really impressive. Like, if I'm excited about something, just be excited with me.
No, I've been wronged before. I'm gonna do that.
How would you actually feel if, like, a girl who obviously does not know what Dark Cloud 2 is,
okay,
like, was like, oh yeah, I heard you got that Dark Cloud 2 platy.
What's a platy? What's a platy?
You're gonna lie to me, aren't you?
You're gonna lie to me, aren't you?
I'm like, yeah.
Alex can put you up to this, didn't he? You need to stop doing that.
What is it I said? Why is it me? Why did I? You're laughing.
Because you're the only one who knows.
Because I care about you, buddy.
No, because you played the game with me.
I want you to be happy.
Thank you, buddy.
I did it for you, just to be happy, not intent.
It's
no
like me in Metal Gear. Like, I should just get your like any girlfriends that come along and be like, hey, just tell Alex like what a chrysanthemum means to him, or just tell him like how much that
doesn't mean anything.
If the Nicaragua lake is artificially made. Ask him about it. Like, it'll be a deep cut, and he won't know, and he'll keep talking. Keep him talking.
Keep him talking. You know what Alex loves to do? Talk about Metal Gear. Ask him about his stance on nuclear deterrence.
Should I get you a shirt that just says that?
Hey, look at the back of my phone. Lale lule lo.
The lale lule lo.
Again, like, I don't feel like there's anything wrong in that. Like, hey, you know what he likes? You know what he's super down? Look at Alex and Nancy. Nancy knows for a fact anything that's Horizon based
must be nice.
Like, he's gonna love it.
Yeah.
And it's because I don't shut up about him loving it, and he knows.
He knows.
He knows. He's in it. He knows who he is. Like, like, you just gotta like put that in there of like, hey, you know the one thing. I know you know other things, but you know the one thing. Just do this. He'll love it. It'll mean so much more than he'll actually admit.
Okay, like, I'm glad I don't like popular things. I think I'd be mad if people got me stuff like that. But, like, it just meant nothing. You know what I mean? Like, if I were into, like, give me a popular series, like Lord of the Rings, right?
Okay.
But, like, I know me. I would choose something stupid and niche about Lord of the Rings that I like. And then people got me, like, The Hobbit and the Shire set. And I'd be like, I don't care about The Hobbit and the Shire.
Okay.
But thank you. You know, I care about Aragon.
Uh-huh.
And that's it. Sean
Okay.
Bean? Is that Sean Bean? Ah,
Boromir.
damn it. What's his name?
Boromir.
That's not a real name.
You can't have Merry Pippin and
Who's
Sam.
Aragon?
That's
Is that Orlando Bloom?
No, that's Legolas.
God damn it. I keep forgetting that's a stupid name. That's not a real name.
Oh yeah. But like, okay, but that's why you make like the point.
No, don't change the question.
No,
Who's
no,
Aragon?
no. He's the king.
Who?
Strider.
Who?
The king, Aragorn. I don't know.
Is he the one that was like, you have no power here?
No, that's not him. No, he's the you have my sword.
Wow, that's all he's known for is that one line?
No, he's the king. I
Is
don't
he
know.
the Fellowship? Is he in the Fellowship?
Yes.
Who is he?
He's the guy with the brown hair.
Is he the, you don't get into Mordor that easily or whatever?
No, that's Boromir.
That's still Sean Bean?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Oh, yeah, that is Sean Bean. Oh, is he the other raggedy, like...
Yeah, brown
like,
hair.
Like,
kinda
it's very, like, oily hair.
Yeah.
Oh, he's the guy who saves them from the ring wraiths.
Correct.
When they come into town.
Yes, Strider. His name is Aragorn. He's the king.
He's a king?
Yeah. The third movie's named after him. The Return of the King.
Oh, I thought he died.
I'm not going to go into Lord of the Rings lore with you because you don't care.
Explain to me.
No,
No,
you don't.
Okay, this is the one time. No, you don't.
I'm not going to explain 2 movies worth of content to you.
Do it. Do it. We have all the time right now, and I'm actually interested.
All right.
Give me the condensed version of Lord of the Rings. Okay, so there's the Shire, right?
You almost
Right,
said Harry
that
Potter.
one.
You almost said
Who did the music for Lord of the Rings? Was it Percy Jackson?
And the Olympians?
Yeah.
Oh my god.
No, who did the first? Who
Peter
directed it?
Jackson did
Peter
it.
Jackson.
He
That's
did,
the
he
thing.
did the original trilogy.
Okay. So the story begins with
Okay.
Bilbo.
Nope.
No.
It starts
Frodo?
way before that.
Oh, are we talking about like the creation of the ring?
Yeah, that kind of matters.
Oh, okay. So
Like, okay, do you really want to know?
yeah, okay, let's go. We got 20 minutes of this episode to figure out what the fuck even.
All right. There is an elf. There's multiple races of magical beings. There's dwarves, elves,
Yeah.
humans, hobbits, yada yada yada.
Sure.
There's an elf
Uh-huh.
who makes rings for all bunch of different races. He makes rings for the humans, rings for the elves, rings for the dwarves.
Is this college rings? Like, do these rings not mean anything?
No, they're called the rings of power.
Oh, okay.
But he makes one additional ring. He's forced into it by like this Dark Lord type dude, right?
Yeah.
And this ring is essentially the thing that gives the Dark Lord the ability to control the other rings to a certain extent. Just, you know, take it real lightly on what I'm
Sure.
saying.
Yeah, all right.
He uses this ring to essentially take control and wage war. All of the other races, who usually aren't super jiving with each other, eventually they're like, hey, we got to take this fucking dude down. They have a big war, they take him down, and they're like...
Some dude slices the fingers off of him.
Yep. Ah!
Yeah.
They slice the ring off, and then he's like... And Isildur...
Who?
Isildur
Okay.
is supposed to drop the ring into the fires of Mount Doom to erase it.
Isildur, but he doesn't.
But he
because that's
doesn't.
why we have the story.
He is corrupted his humanity is what corrupts him.
Oh, so it's dude. It's
Yeah.
human.
Yeah, him and one of the high elves, one of the ones that has one of the rings, one of the 3 rings for the elves, is like, hey, drop it into the fire, and he's like, nah, and he's like, Isildur, and he puts the ring on, turns invisible, and gets out of there. Goes on, gets ambushed.
So you're telling me all the other races were like, let's have the human who's easily corrupted by power to throw the ring.
He's the one who had it. There was kind of a war, like, battle going on. Like, pretty much like, okay, here's Mount Doom.
Yeah.
This happened, like, right here.
Oh, okay. It was right outside
Yeah,
Mount
they were
Doom.
like, hey, we chopped his hand off. Let's get up there, throw the ring in the fire.
Okay.
He doesn't do that. Eventually, he's like, I'm gonna go back to my homeland. And he's riding on a horse, and he gets ambushed by a bunch of people. His body falls into a river, and the ring kind of like drifts off underwater, and people think it's gone because nobody really.
Whoa! Back up! What happened?
He gets ambushed by some like orc.
Isildur.
Yeah.
Okay.
He gets ambushed by a bunch of dudes. Ring falls into the water, and it's gone for like thousands of years.
So Isildur dead?
Yeah, he's dead.
Okay.
Doesn't matter. Thousands of years pass.
Two little dudes fight in a river, and
yeah, that happens.
that actually happened?
Yeah, that's Gollum.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, he gets the ring. Becomes his. It obviously poisons his mind and corrupts him, but it also makes him live longer. Which is why he's just fucking all like.
Oh,
yeah.
Okay. So is he like an ancient being?
Not ancient. He's like a couple hundred years old, I think.
Okay. Oh yeah.
Yeah,
you know.
yeah, I know. Dumb.
Oh yeah, because we all live to 100.
Well, the elves are thousands of years old. The dude who's like, yo, cast it into the fire. He's still around when Frodo comes up.
Is he the other elf that isn't Legolas?
Yes. He's the one that's the bad guy from the Matrix movies?
Yeah!
Yes, it's him.
Yeah. Wow, you got it right on the spot. I was like, I think I know who you're talking about.
Yeah, it's him.
There's a lot of greasy men in this movie.
Yeah, well, you know, Middle Earth is kind of greasy.
Okay, so
Gollum has it.
Gollum has it.
And then for a while, he's just, hanging out. He's like, oh, my precious fucking, I love this thing. It's everything to me. Bilbo and company stumble upon his cave. This is during the events
Martin
of the
Freeman.
Hobbit.
Yeah.
Yes.
So Martin Freeman comes along and he's all like...
The events of the Hobbit happen. Don't matter.
They don't matter.
Well, the only part that matters is Bilbo comes across Gollum's cave, and he comes across the ring and takes it.
Does that happen at the end of the movies?
Pretty much, yeah.
Oh, okay. So that's just a side story.
Yeah, it's one of Bilbo's adventures. It's
Okay.
not really... okay, like... I know Lord of the Rings fans would probably get mad at me, but it doesn't really matter. Like... Again, nobody...
If I want extra flavor, is if I really wanted more of the lore.
Exactly.
And is it people like, oh, it's fate that it this happened or whatever?
Kinda.
Like Smaug is the catalyst to the Lord of the Rings because...
Yeah, it's shit like that.
Okay,
it doesn't matter.
Okay. Smaug? Smaug.
Played by Sherlock.
Oh yeah, I forgot about that. I forgot about that power dynamic. Okay.
So Bilbo takes it. He doesn't tell Gandalf and the dwarves that he's with that he has it.
Does he know what it is?
He doesn't know what it is.
He just knows it's a ring that makes him go invisible.
Correct.
That's all it knows.
Correct.
And he didn't look at Gollum and be like, hey, you...
No, he took it without Gollum, like, being there. Gollum came back and he's like, what the fuck? Where's my precious? Keep going.
This dude just left his all-powerful ring in his home?
It kind of fell from a spot where he was. He went down to go get it. Bilbo took it in the meantime. Got down there. He's like, where the fuck is it? Saw Bilbo running out, and he's
Bilbo just got the ring.
He's a greasy little hobbit, okay?
Okay. Oh, yeah, that's right. He's like, he can't keep his hands off of shiny things or whatever.
I mean, not... Yeah, whatever. Anyway. Bilbo goes back to the Shire, lives his life. And then we enter the beginning of the first movie.
Okay, and now it begins.
Now it begins.
All right.
It is Bilbo's 111th birthday, or 111st birthday, as he calls it.
111st.
Yeah.
Okay.
Hobbit birthdays are cool, by the way, because you don't get the person's whose birthday it is the gift. The person whose birthday it is gets everybody else a gift. I always thought that was a neat idea. Anyway, because it's like everybody you invite to your party, you get them a gift. All right, well. Anyway. He's like, hey, I gotta go. Gandalf comes.
Gross. I'd rather get all gifts. Oh my!
Little greasy bastard.
Yeah. Okay. So yeah, that happens, right?
So he's like, hey guys, like I'm really gonna go, but he doesn't necessarily tell everybody he's gonna go yet. He just keeps telling everybody, I'm gonna do something big. Gandalf comes, and he knows that Bilbo has a ring, but he just thinks it's just a regular magic ring that makes him invisible.
Oh, he doesn't think it's like one of the Ring of Power or whatever?
Well, Gandalf... Well, again, remember, everybody thought that shit was fucking gone.
The evil ring.
Yeah, everybody thought the one ring to rule them all was gone.
Okay.
Gandalf is there, and he's smoking weed with Bilbo, and he's like, yeah, this is great. And Bilbo's like, yep, I'm gonna do it. And because Gandalf knows that he's gonna, like, leave the Shire, essentially. He's gonna go live with the elves.
Why?
It's just what Bilbo wants to do. He's getting up there in age. Yada, yada,
okay.
yada.
He's just like, all right, I've had enough of you bitches.
Yeah, but as long as he's had the ring, he looks like he's still relatively young. So, like, I'll skip ahead here. Eventually, Frodo and gang get to where Bilbo is, and Bilbo is fucking aged fast.
What?
Because he doesn't have the ring anymore.
Oh. When did this happen?
It's still in the first movie. When the actual forming of the Fellowship, where they're at with everybody, that's where Bilbo is. It's Rivendell.
Okay.
So
is that why he's in bed or whatever? I think I'm remembering this kind of. Nah, forget it. Don't matter. Okay.
So, at the party, Bilbo's like, hey, thanks everybody for coming. And he puts his hands behind his back, and he's like, okay, bye. Puts the ring on, disappears, and everybody's like, whoa, what happened to Bilbo? Oh my gosh, that's crazy, a magic trick. Bilbo runs back up to the house, grabs his bag and all that, and Gandalf is there waiting for him.
Because that's who Gandalf is.
Yeah. And he's like, I thought you were leaving everything behind to Frodo, including that ring of yours. And Bilbo's like, yeah, of course I am. It's still in my pocket. Oh, I'm, how careless of me. Maybe I could bring it with me. And Gandalf's like,
what's going on?
Yeah, hey, well, you acting weird. You acting weird, homie. And Bilbo refers to it as his precious. And Gandalf is like, hey, only one other thing has referred to that ring as that. And we both know who the fuck that was.
We do?
It was Gollum.
From the dude he took it from?
Yeah.
That's all they have to go by is like, hey, you're saying that weird thing that one weird dude
said. He does kind of... he does kind of like hiss it when he says it. And so Bilbo, because hobbits don't have a lot of wants for like power and shit, he essentially has
pure of heart.
No, not really. He just doesn't want. They're just kind of like simple folk. He drops the ring, walks out.
So he was able to give up the ring.
Yeah, he was able to give up the ring. And he's like, all right, off I go then. And he goes off to Rivendell.
So he leaves the ring on the floor. Gandalf looks at it and is like, huh.
Yeah, well, Gandalf is like a
conduit.
Like a celestial being, kind of.
Celestial homeless being. He's a celestial hobo.
So, like, he goes to, like, kind of, like, touch the ring, and then, like, he gets, like, a flash of, like, the fire eye.
Oh, Sauron, yeah.
And he's like, oh, what the fuck? Of course, Frodo comes in, he's like, Bilbo, where are you? And he, bends down, picks up the ring, he's like, he's gone, hasn't he? He's like, yep, he fucking dipped. And Gandalf is like, this fucking ring's super weird. Hey, do me a favor, keep it secret, keep it safe. And Gandalf goes out for like 18 years. Like, trying to research, like, what the fuck is this ring? Like
18 years?
Yeah, it's a long time. Like, it is multiple years. He eventually, like, kind of comes to the conclusion of, like, holy shit, this
might be the ring.
This might be the one ring.
Yeah, okay.
Gets back to Frodo years later, and he's like, hey, do you still have it? And he's like, yeah, of course I got it. And he fucking gets out a bunch of shit from drawers and whatnot, yada, yada, yada. Okay. He's like, here you go. And Gandalf, like, because he's got it, like, in an envelope.
Oh, yeah.
And he immediately throws it into the fire. And he's like, hey! And he's like, and he tells Frodo, he's like, all right, let it burn for a second. And then, get the ring out of there and tell me if you see anything on it. And, Frodo, waits for a little bit, takes it out, and Gandalf's like, holy fuck. Like, he's not looking at the ring, he's like, looking away, just like,
just because why? Why doesn't he want to look at the ring?
Because he's scared that that's the one ring. And I'll explain why in a second. He's like, well, there's nothing on it. And Gandalf's like, oh, thank God. Oh, wait, hold on a sec. There's some fucking weird writing on it. And Gandalf's like, fuck. and he essentially goes through he's like, the one ring to rule them all. One ring to bind, yada, yada, yada.
Sure. He's saying the prophecy or whatever.
Well, yeah, kind of. And Frodo's like, holy shit, Gandalf, you should take this ring. And Gandalf's like, I can't take this ring. I cannot take this ring.
I'm only a celestial hobo. I can't do this.
Yeah, pretty much. Essentially, Gandalf could use that power, and it would make him, like, super, super strong. But he knows it would corrupt him.
Okay.
Which is why he's like, hey, I'm going to meet you a couple of towns over. Meet me there.
Leave now.
Leave essentially
but
tonight.
Doesn't he also say, like, yo, that's the bad ring?
Yeah, he tells him, like, that's the fucking one ring to rule them all.
And then freaking Fred and George come out the fucking bush and he's like, we didn't hear anything, we swear.
Sam, but yes.
Sam, it's Sam.
Samwise Gamgee.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, we meet up with Merry and Pippin as we're leaving the Shire.
Okay. Who's the dude from Lost?
The dude from Lost.
Is that Merry or Pippin? Charlie. Charlie.
I think
Lost.
that's Pippin.
That's Pippin? Okay.
I think.
Oh, so it doesn't matter.
Yeah.
Oh. Okay.
I don't remember. Sam leaves with Frodo because,
he's like, this is the farthest I've ever gone.
Yeah, one step further than this, furthest I've ever been from home.
Yeah.
And Frodo's like, get the fuck over it, come on.
Mine was a long time ago, you're nothing special, let's go.
Yeah, pretty much. They run into Merry and Pippin as they're leaving, and then the Ringwraiths come on horseback, because they had captured Gollum at some point, because their master's coming back to life and all that, and they're like, where's the ring? And they, had traced it to Gollum, and Gollum's like, Shire Baggins.
Wait, how does he know that that's Baggins?
Because he saw, Bilbo talked with Gollum. They talked for a bit.
They did?
Yeah. It's in the Hobbit, it doesn't matter.
But I thought he just dropped the ring and then took off.
Yeah. He dropped the ring, Bilbo grabbed it, and it was like, haha. Not necessarily in that order, but yeah.
Okay, but he knows it's Bilbo.
Yeah, he knows it's Bilbo.
Okay.
And he tells the Ringwraiths that, so they're on their way to the Shire to go,
get Bilbo.
Yeah.
But it's been 18 years since he left the Shire or whatever.
Exactly. But, the Ringwraiths aren't going to know that. They're just going to go to the Baggins house.
Yeah, sure. Light it ablaze or whatever.
Pretty much. So they're hiding out from the Ringwraiths. They make it to the Prancing Pony, which is the bar that Gandalf told them to meet them at.
Right.
That's where they encounter Aragorn. He's like, hey, you guys got to get the fuck out of here. I'll take you guys to Rivendell, because that's where you're going to meet up with Gandalf now. Frodo gets stabbed by one of the Ringwraiths.
What?
Yeah. Well,
in town?
No, not in town. They get out of there and they're hiding up.
Oh, isn't that where they do the bait and switch? Where they do it in the town?
Yeah, they're in the hotel across the street or whatever.
So Frodo gets stabbed, right?
Yeah. Eventually, the Ringwraiths catch up to them.
Aren't they on like a?
They're on a big rock.
Like a big rock pedestal, and there's
Frodo gets stabbed, which is really bad.
He gets stabbed while invisible, doesn't he?
Yeah. Well, I mean that's not necessarily the part that's bad, but while he's invisible, they can still see him.
Right.
So it doesn't really do anything. But it also alerts them to where he's at. So while
he's wearing the ring, it alerts them. Okay, yeah.
Yeah, because he did that. That's how Aragorn knew that was them. Hey, those are the kids I need to be looking out for.
Because he can also detect them while he's invisible?
No, Aragorn saw Frodo turn invisible because he got knocked over at the bar, and he's like, oh! And he tries to catch the ring in the air, and it fucking magically
yeah, and then he disappears. Yeah. Oh, I remember that, yeah.
Yeah. Frodo gets stabbed. One of the other ring bearers of the elves, the
lady.
Yeah, the lady.
The lady who casts the giant river of horses.
Exactly, yeah. She's like, I gotta get this fucking kid to Rivendell quick. She gets chased by Ringwraiths, summons the waterfall or whatever.
Yeah. Ringwraiths get fucked.
Yeah, they get fucked over. And he wakes up, and he's like, oh my gosh, you know, all my friends are here. Yay, I'm better now. Kind of, but it still hurts, but it's not important. All right, I got the ring to Rivendell. I've brought it far enough now. And then...
I can go home.
Yeah, well, and then the bad guy from The Matrix.
He's the leader of the elves.
He's the leader of the elves.
Who super wants to make out with the girl elf, right?
No, that's his daughter?
Oh, no, then never mind.
Aragorn wants to make out with her. I think. It's been a little while. I think that's true. Yeah, because she gives up her
elf-manity.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah, to be like, yo, hey, I'll gladly...
I give up my pointy ears to be with you.
I don't want to live forever. I want to die with you.
Oh, well, that's nice.
Yeah. So
that happened.
And he's like, hey, we're going to have a meeting about this because, you know, Gandalf has told us this is the one ring. We need to fucking handle this. Because, you know, we got ring wraiths out there killing folks. Like, you know, this means...
Something's a stewing.
This means that, you know, Sauron's back. And that's when they're like, okay, well, you know, like, why don't Gimli, the dwarf, is like, why don't we just fucking kill the thing now? And he just slams it and
shatters his fucking hammer or whatever.
Yeah, and it's essentially like, you know, you can't just do this. You have to burn it in the very fires it was created in. You must drop it into Mount Doom.
Isn't this entire time where Gandalf's trying to get Count Dooku's help and locks him up in the tower or something?
That's why he wasn't at the Prancing Pony, yes.
Oh, that happened at the Prancing Pony?
Oh, it didn't.
Well, I mean, that he was already locked away.
That's why he wasn't meeting them there.
It's not Dooku. What's his name? But you know who I'm talking about, Christopher Lee.
Yeah, and that is Dooku.
I know that's Dooku, but what's his name in Lord of the Rings? Saruman? Not Sauron.
Correct, yeah.
Are you fucking kidding me?
Yeah.
Are you fucking kidding me right now? Are you telling me freaking the Celestial Hobo didn't put two words together?
Well, it's funny. Saruman is another Celestial Hobo.
I like the Celestial Hobo.
If we want to phrase it that way, I guess.
He's another Celestial Hobo.
Well, I'm trying to make it to where you'll fucking understand it and I can just keep going with the facts.
Okay. So
everybody kind of starts arguing. Legolas, Gimli, Aragorn, Gandalf. You know, everybody's arguing. And
Aragorn's a king, though. Does he know he's a king?
He knows he's a king. He's kind of... he's like... stepped away from being a
He's
king.
a runaway prince?
Kinda. He's essentially like, yo, hey, like, I don't want the throne or anything.
I gave up my kingdom so I could be with this elf.
I mean, not really not that level, but like he's.
Does he have a kingdom to return to?
It's kind of like a disgraced kind of thing.
Oh,
it's complicated. Don't worry.
Because he likes elves?
No, it's not because he likes elves. Oh. Anyway. So they're all having the meeting, and you know, everybody's like, you know, like, oh well, yeah, you know, give it to the man. Yeah, that worked out so well last time. Because everybody's like, yo, you're gonna get corrupted. You're gonna get corrupted. Yeah,
everyone's getting corrupted.
And
then they all turn to Frodo.
No, Frodo speaks up. He's like, I'll take it.
Oh, what? Really? I thought he was like, nah, man, I just want to go home.
No, he's like, well, initially, yeah. But he's like, well, like, you know, I'll take it then.
I'll take it.
And Gandalf is like, fuck, I knew that was what he was going to say.
Gandalf said that?
Well, like,
he's there?
Yeah, Gandalf
I thought he was still locked up?
No, he
the other Celestial Hobo's tower.
No, he used a butterfly to call a griffin.
He used a butterfly.
Yeah, he called an eagle to come and pick him up from the top of his tower.
Uber?
Yeah, pretty much. But it was through a butterfly. Don't worry about it.
But he got out of there.
He got out of there.
Okay, and now he's there. He's like, sorry guys, sorry I'm late, but I was locked up in a hobo tower.
Yeah. Yeah, he essentially like, yeah, Saruman's not going to help us. In fact,
apparently he's with Saruman. Never saw that coming.
No, Saruman is with Sauron.
Sauron.
Yeah.
so dumb.
Yeah, it's not the best naming convention ever. But when Frodo's like, yeah, hey, I'll take it, Gandalf's like, fuck yeah, that's the best option we have, isn't it?
You've done
Shit.
so far so good for 18 years.
Yeah, well, and he's like, but I don't really, I'll take it to the fires of Mount Doom. I just don't really know my way there. And that's when everybody's like, you have my sword and my bow and my axe. Yada, yada, yada.
Okay, and that's where we're going to leave it off.
And that's where it's, hey, you are the Fellowship of the Ring.
But that isn't the first movie, or that isn't the end of the first movie. That's
that's like
middle.
Yeah, it's like the middle of the first movie.
Okay. Yeah, because it ends with the Celestial Hobo being like, fly, you fools.
It actually ends after that. Like, a little after that. There's some more
shit
that happens.
Oh, there's more stuff that happens after that? Are you sure?
Yeah, after the Balrog, there's a lot. Well, I mean, not a lot, but like a lot happens.
Okay. All right. We'll have Alex do more storytelling next time.
All right, you guys. We'll see you next time on Coffee Table Zeros Plays Final Fantasy IX. Join us then.
For episode 13? 12.
13, yeah. All right, guys. We'll see you then.
Bye.
Bye.